transition from military to civilian was not very difficult at all because I had the experience. With Vascor supporting that transition, I know early on Vascor was requiring like 2 to 3 years experience on the road in the civilian sector before they would actually consider you for hiring, but they took me pretty much straight out the gate with my military experience.
Was in the military from 93 to 97, so it was back in the day before social media and everything. It really taught me how to be resilient. The mission had to get done no matter what, and you pretty much took on yourself to make sure the mission was complete and go through the proper channels.
Well, as far as the trucking end of it, I was in the transportation department hauling heavy equipment. Led Better 74th to drive large vehicles.
Military really gives you a work ethic worth having, and I believe Vascor allows that to flourish.
I think veterans bring a certain discipline, work ethic, and they bring some life experience to the job, and I think that's very important for what we do. There are people in the community, the people in our work community that other drivers can look up to for sage advice. They've seen a lot, they've done a lot, and it's always good to have a mixture of those veterans in there. Plus, as a society, we owe them. We owe them an opportunity. We owe them our gratitude. There's just a lot of things that go with being a veteran that we appreciate here at Vascor.
On this Veterans Day, we come together to honor the many brave men and women who have served our nation with courage, dedication, and selflessness. Their sacrifices have protected the freedom and values we hold dear, reminding us of the true meaning of service. Today, let us take a moment to reflect on the resilience, strength, and integrity of our veterans, whose examples inspire us to bring our best selves to work, to support one another, and to give back to our communities. To our veterans within our company, we extend our deepest gratitude. Your commitment to this country is felt every day, and we are grateful for the perspective, leadership, and dedication you bring to this team. Thank you for your service. We are honored to work alongside each one of you.
Advice for another veteran: if Vascor's not local to you and there's another company, by all means, do what you need to do to find the right fit for you. One thing I like about Vascor, and I've bragged about, is the fact that they pay very well compared to a lot of other companies out there. It's all no-touch freight, which makes a difference. It's not one of the harder trucking jobs out there. I've known guys that had to help load and unload their trucks and have talked about that. And I'm like, nope, don't have to worry about that. Back up to the dock and hook and unhook the trailer. So, which anybody coming out of the military is going to make it a lot easier on them because they're used to slinging chains and having to help load and unload. So this would be a little bit easier for them. And if Vascor's in their area where they're working, give them a shot and see if they've got something available for you.
As far as for a local driver, I feel like I hit the gold at the end of the rainbow with the pay, and the hardest part of my day is being meticulous about being the pre-trip, post-trip, make sure all the equipment's right. But for somebody coming out of the service, this is absolutely a gold mine of a job. Sure, you're not going to be, super rich and everything, but nobody is at this point in time. So, but it is a very good career to start with, and I have a bias towards trucking anyway. So, but that's what I would say to them. It's a very solid career to start with.
Vascor is a good company to work for. Their competitive pay, Benefits are competitive with all the other companies. They have good equipment. They take care of your drivers, or I wouldn't still be here. So, if you're looking for a career, I would say Vascor is a good way to go.
Hold tight to the military core values and allow Vascor to integrate those core values with being a trucker, and Vascor values those core values and allows you to flourish and transition into the trucking industry, being family oriented and having their own core values and honoring veterans that want to transition.
Yeah, I think as an American company, we owe our veterans an opportunity. And what they do with that opportunity is up to them, but we owe them an opportunity. And it always helps. It makes us all feel better, that when we can support our veterans and give them a safe place to work, a good place to work, a place where they can earn a living and help support their families. I think it's a win-win for us and for them.
We have a quarter of our population that are veterans. We've had people, prisoners of war, that have served overseas and been prisoners of war that are actively driving right now. I mean, there are people within our organization that are inspirational that have really put the sacrifice out, and intentional, unintentional, that have taken the calling without, some people have that in their heart and they go after it, and it's unintentional to be a prisoner of war. Nobody intends to be a prisoner of war. We have those people here working. It's inspirational, and I draw a lot of encouragement, and I'm grateful for the perspective. To live like that and to have the fortitude to power through something like that I can't even put the words together when we're talking with them. So, I just try to honor them from a supervisor's perspective and be the best I can so that they have all the tools to be successful. Because these drivers, they really do move America. They really do move the economy, not just America, anywhere, but in America. And, a lot of people don't understand that, without our professional drivers, you could look at the strikes at the ports and the rail. That impacted the community. Just imagine how powerful our drivers are, and they're easily overlooked in the community, and most of them are veterans. So they really do go above and beyond, and they still serve and sacrifice. Some of these drivers are gone away from their families, like the military, for a week at a time. That's a big deal. And you have to have a strong support system at home to be able to do that. And it takes a certain special somebody to do that. We got children that have they don't really have an opportunity to have any input because their families are sacrificing, serving overseas and abroad, local. And they're doing their own silent service. That's a big deal.